I thought he
First
said
of all.
Jazz.
Second of all.
Jazz and others.
Second of all, spoiler alert. Mo Wagner
Let's go.
made the pyramid.
Let's go.
What? He made the pyramid. What do you mean,
go.
what? You don't think he's one of the 55 best players in the league?
No, I don't.
We're not doing a segment
going
on Mo
to
Wagner.
pounce.
That was your chance.
Yeah,
I
You
will
missed it.
pounce.
Weird. Lakers down 26 to the Suns. Oh, Pat Bev doesn't care. No off switch on the competitive drive.
Remember when I said the league would be better off without him?
Yeah, you were wrong.
Okay.
This
no
is
AD, no
entertainment.
Russ, no
This is
LeBron.
entertainment. It's annoying,
Suns
but
win.
it's
down
I like those
24.
Suns jerseys. Just wear those all the time.
Old school.
Wonderful. Spurs Rockets.
Wait,
I like this.
Jeremy Sohan. He's shooting under 50%, so he goes with the one-handed, and everybody thought this was so weird. This is how I was taught to shoot free throws. You know?
I'm just looking at the hair.
Brew was taught in the peach basket.
Wow. Now, see, here we go. Ageism is alive and well, I see.
Spurs.
I'm not even that old.
Spurs win. Oh, let's pick over the carcass of the worst play in NFL history. Belichick said America's team ran a draw play because it was too long for a Hail Mary. Just making matters worse. Why don't you just say,
They
you
did.
know what, we're on to
Got
Cincinnati.
to break down the stiff arm.
Oh, gosh. The
That
baby
was a
goat
fantastic
disagreed. Take a listen.
It was just too far to try a Hail Mary. Do you think it was? 55 yards?
No, I think we, obviously have a plan in that situation. You have to think about everything that's in that situation, and that's something that he did, and that's his job, and he's done that for a long time. But things that go into
Do you know how far you can throw it?
yeah,
Is there a number in your mind?
yeah, I know my number.
Is it 60?
I guess we'll see.
I don't even know.
What's up, Wild?
Hey, what are we doing? What do you mean we're going to see? Are we going to throw a Hail Mary?
Yeah,
against the
before
Bengals?
half at some point, maybe.
Okay.
Why didn't he give his number?
It's 60 yards. It's 55, 60, maybe 75. Who
What's
knows?
the
Depends
question,
on the
Rob?
wind and the altitude. I don't even know. I'm frazzled. Coach.
Are you
Were you
okay with
upset
what
with
Mac
that?
Jones
I
said, Coach?
First of all, I don't know why he wouldn't give his number,
Right.
but I do, but
Because
I don't
it's
think it makes that
Is
big of a
anybody's number below 60 like
Well,
a legitimate starting quarterback? That's
I think
not old.
When I had research looked at it, the longest pass that he threw in the air last year, I think, was 36 yards. Okay, in the air. Now, that's not my number. It might be 39. I could be
36
misquoting it.
air yards?
I thought that's what research
it
came
wasn't
back
a drop.
yeah.
No, I mean, that's not good.
But this is a little bit of an unfair question, unfair situation for him to be in. Part of that decision, I'm sure, from Bill's perspective, is could the protection hold up long enough for the receivers to get down the field? Could he buy enough time? Because what you don't want to happen is some ridiculous play where you get strip sacked and they return it for
Your
a
quarterback
touchdown.
all of a sudden has to make a tackle in
no matter
overtime.
what. So you know that you're going to overtime. The last thing you want to happen going to overtime is to have like a ridiculous, unpredictable play happen that ends the game. So when you're looking at the protection and the sacks he's at 33 sacks, which is significantly more than last year. The O-line hasn't been holding up throughout the course of the year. There's a lot of screens, a lot of running game. There's a lot of quick passes. So I think that was the part of the equation for Bill. Now, the second thing, when you ask someone whether they can do it, what's he going to say? No, I can't. I mean, look, I think he probably could, but it's an unfair question. He can't go against Bill, and he can't say that I'm not good enough to throw it. He was in a no-win situation.
I think you lent great perspective, Coach, because maybe Belichick was thinking, like you said, we got to have our receivers have time to get down the field and protect him enough, because it sounded like a shot at Mac Jones to say he can't
I didn't
throw
think it was.
Okay, because he's got to throw it about 63, 65 yards, right? Because you're going to drop back and you're going to be in the end zone. I gotta believe he can throw it 65 yards.
He can throw it 65 yards.
But he can't?
Yeah, he can. Of course he can.
But you guys saw
Right.
last night when Aaron Rodgers was trying to throw the Hail
And he
Mary.
got lit up.
And, yeah, he gets lit up, but he also has to run around. You got to buy a lot of time because those guys have to
Right.
get down the field, and it's not like they've been holding up great in protection. So from a strategic standpoint, you don't want to end the game on a
Sure.
strip sack.
Can I
fumble
say
return
something
for
real
a
quick?
touchdown.
Sure.
I have not been a defender of Mac Jones. I don't think he's good. But also, if I were Mac Jones, I wouldn't want to play for Bill Belichick anymore.
Oh, here we go.
How many times is he going to publicly embarrass the kid? And if I'm Mac Jones, I mean, the 3-pass game was pretty embarrassing.
That was in a blizzard.
Okay, first of all, there was not.
You're absolutely right, Nick. Some kid who's just out of college should be really worried about the greatest
hold
coach
on.
of all time
Yeah, he
coaching
can't.
him
Come on, Nick.
or
Listen.
making a comment about his performance. God forbid.
I'm not here to defend Mac Jones, but however, like any good defense attorney would, I will defend my client with great vigor. On any circumstance.
even though
If
you're
I
wrong.
were defending Mac Jones, if I were his agent, I'd say, okay, so you embarrassed him on national television. It wasn't a blizzard. It was windy. There was not an ounce of precipitation that day. It was just quite windy.
Meteorology.
You then jerked him in and out of a lineup. Remember that game?
Yes, I do remember that. I
And
didn't enjoy that either.
you didn't like that very much.
Throwing
And now
million
you
interceptions.
publicly say Hail Mary's not in our playbook. It's in the original Tecmo Bowl, but not in the 2022 Matt Patricia, Joe Judge playbook. We don't have it. And this would be the last piece of my case. How much of this is Mac Jones' fault? And how much of this is the fault of the New England Patriots? Because I've got a blind reveal for you, Wilds, that I think you'll like. I think because it kind of
blind
defends
reveal.
Mac. Do these two players look almost identical?
I know, there's no way. There's no win on the board.
There is a win on the board, Wilds, kind of. But completion percentage, yards, everything's almost identical. They are, show it. Cam for the Patriots and Mac for the Patriots. The offensive coordinators changed, the receivers changed, the quarterbacks changed. I know it hadn't. So, I don't know. I mean, Cam seems washed. I don't think Mac's very good. I also know this is just what the Patriots offense is these days. And if I were Mac Jones and I thought I was good, I wouldn't want to tie my career to it, Wilds.
What would those numbers look like last year with Mac Jones versus Cam Newton?
Well, I didn't do
Why
it
don't
last
we
year.
do, why don't we do that
went
blind
to
reveal and
OC,
see how well he played
They were
as a
solid.
rookie?
That's
And
right.
there's I think they were pretty impressive last year.
Well, but then
They
As a
didn't
rookie.
fit the narrative.
But no,
Yeah.
hold on. Again,
So,
fine. Again,
let's find the most
I'm in a
remote
weird spot.
I
but-
love the
comparison
myth
we
is
No,
gone. The
hold on a
elixir
second.
is gone.
Thank you.
You're
Wait
back,
a second.
Coach. Thank you.
But again, then if I'm Mac Jones, I say, so then why'd you change everything?
I agree with you there.
Why'd you
Why'd
change
you bring in
everything?
Matt Patricia as an offensive
Can I read
coordinator?
you a
That's
quote?
the
Can I
question.
read you
All
a
right,
quote?
yeah, because the player has no accountability.
No, he
Why
has
would-
some,
why would
but
we
a
think he has to
defensive
perform?
guy calling the play.
Why would
Come
we
on.
think the player has to perform? There's no accountability.
Coach, can I read you
It's all
something
coaching.
from a friend of the show, Bill Barnwell, in a recent article? It was about teams making quarterback changes, which I am vehemently against, with one asterisk. Here's what Bill Barnwell wrote. The Patriots have to at least call Tom Brady's people to inquire whether he would like a return to New England to finish out his career. It'd be uncomfortable to bench Jones for a 45-year-old, but they can't let a dominant defense wait for Jones or Zappi to catch up and improve. Are you putting this at more than 0%, a greater than 0% chance a Tom Brady to New England reunion happens?
I think that whatever signal you get when you're blocked by someone is probably the signal that New England would get if they made that call.
Oh, no, it's the same one that had Kraft calls. Hey, remember, come to my
he'd
wedding, also come
he
to
would
play.
probably answer Robert's call and be very polite, but he's gone somewhere else. He's won a Super Bowl.
Right.
He's seen how it can be done differently, and I think he needs to go to a team that is stacked. And at this point right now, New England has some work to do in a division that has become incredibly competitive over the last couple of years. I can't imagine that's where he's going to go. And it's not like he left with a parade. He was kind of, unceremoniously
Fourth most cap space.
divorced.
No way. There's no
Good
way.
defense.
You
not
know what
good
they
enough.
should use that
They're
cap
not good
space
enough.
for?
Tom Brady?
Get my guy Bailey Zappi some weapons.
Oh.
That Mac Jones defense felt gross.
DeAndre Hopkins.
I hated doing that.
Packers going to the playoffs? Probably not, but still.